Okay, so how one can provide hidden services using the Tor network? So let first we can see the diagram. Then I will talk about the stages how it is being created. So there is a website who wanted to hide. It is denoted as hidden server who want to provide some services. And uh, to create such kind of website, first it will create its address, which will end with .onion, and it will register himself to some directory server. At directory server, it will announce that this is my website, which can be accessed using some topology. It will define what are the topologies. So just note that there at point number 1, there is a special node that is called as IPO. And at point number 4, there is a special node that is called as Rendezvous point, RPO. These are the two special nodes which are being created when someone wants to access, someone wants to provide hidden services. How they will provide, how this thing is created. um, so to provide anonymous services, what let's suppose Bob wants to provide a service of a dark website. So first it will select two keys. One is a public key of Bob and another is private key of the Bob. From this two key, he will create an onion address. From using any standard hash function, he can create its onion address. After creating onion address, he will select three onion router as a IPO. It can be any onion router which can be used as a IPO. From with the list of 3 node and the address of .onion, it will register himself to the directory server. Means directory, it will tell to the directory server that this is my onion address xyz.onion, and these are the 3 IPs. Using this, anyone can get service from me. So when we want to access some hidden services, then we send the request to the directory server that I want to access xyz.onion. Please provide the IP list of these services. Then the directory server will perform a DNS lookup services. This has a special DNS services that is called as I think it has a some DNS server running with these, using which it will provide the list of IPs which are currently being used by these hidden services. Now, after obtaining the list of IPs, the Tor browser or the sender can select any of the IP from the list of IP1, IP2, and IP3. He can select any of the IP using which he will perform the communication. And in the next step, this sender will select a rendezvous point, which is called as RP. Any router he can select as a random rendezvous point, and he will create a circuit with that RP point, and this sender will store two values. One is random number R and one is cookie, that if anybody will reply to you having this value R, then send it to me. This thing was established between the sender and the rendezvous point. As you can see, the communication number 4 means a client establishes a circuit between RPO and this 4. And in the point number 3, the client is obtaining the IP addresses of the website from the hidden service directory. Yeah, this one. Now, After creating the RP point, the sender started establishing communication with with IPO. During this communication, he will send this is the my RP point, this is my random number, this is my cookie, and a key negotiation Diffie-Hellman key exchange value g to the power x. So you can see the communication 5, using the path of 5, it will quantitative to IPO that I want to access some hidden services. Please provide this service, and during this communication you can use this RP point and this random number R and the cookie point and this. Now when the hidden service provider receive this request, he can decide whether he wants to reply back or not. If the hidden service provider want to reply, then he will prepare the appropriate receiving message and upload to the another circuit created by hidden service node. Now during the reply process, he will select another path. This is denoted as path number 6 in the diagram. From this path, he will send the reply back to the RPO. During the sending of the message, the RPO was sent by the sender. So the service provider can include the address of this RPO node. He can include the value of R, then value of the cookie. When RPO will receive this message, then he can identify that this R value was assigned by the client. So he can reply back to the client in the step 7 by the circuit which was created in the initial stages. So here, if you observe that for every task, for getting the IP address from the Onion website, one is using the path 3. For sending the request, one is 5, using the path 5, and for getting the reply, the service provider is using the path 6. So in entire communication, if any person is sitting in the middle, he cannot know that who is communicating with whom, because different paths are being selected by the hidden server. So this is the way how dark websites are hiding himself behind the Tor network. Now as I told earlier, motivation was good, but the question comes in our mind that when we should use Tor network and when we should not use the Tor network. For example, if I want to perform identity-based communication, for example, during Facebook communication, I have to register ourselves. I think yes, I think internet got so the thing is, when we should use a Tor communication, when we should not. So if we want to register, when we register at some Facebook websites, then our identity is already being passed. Then where our identity is being used, then Tor is not a preferable option because it is using multiple kind of encryption, and it will slow the processes. And if you does not want to harm anyone, then you can use the anonymity. But what if you are performing, you are using for bad things? For example, it was a good idea, but people started using for multiple bad purposes. People are using it for gambling, for hidden services, sharings, for torrent purposes, because in some countries torrent has been blocked, so people started using it for hiking purposes, for drugs, for frauds, or for various kind of illegal or unwanted messages regarding molestation, fire, rapes, information attacks, or for religious broadcasting. From the perspective of organizations also, there are multiple kind of things that organization can face, like attacks. People are using it for ransomware as a services. People are publishing credentials over the dark, leaking customer data, operational data, leaking financial data over the darknet, leaking intellectual properties or other kind of threats that nowadays organizations has to face using the has to face because of darknet. So how can we prevent from this? So the thing is, organizations should not, if you think that bad things can be used by the employees, you should not allow to use the Tor network within your network. You can also blacklist some entry nodes, exit node, and directory servers at your firewall level, at your organization level, so that anyone cannot establish communication with them. And also, if you are a service provider, website service provider, then you can prevent all the services coming via Tor browser means prevent providing the services. And you can also block, since Tor browser uses a self-signed digital certificate, you can also block all the traffic which are using self-signed digital certificates. And one last thing is, many people get confused that what is the difference between deep web and dark web. Dark web consists of only the onion websites which are being used. Deep web is consist of all the data which are not being searched by the search engines. For example, there are a lot of data which are not indexed by the Googles, like medical records, subscription information, government resources. These things can be considered as the deep web. And surface web is all the things which are publicly available over the internet. Tor browser does not work like does the Tor browser work like onion router? No. A Tor browser is entirely client systems. If anyone want to become onion router, then he has to use the relay services available over the Tor browser. Tor communications, many of the research work has been going, but it is a very worrying situations, because many of the law enforcement agencies and are facing a lot of criminal activities over the darknet, and they are just they want to prevent it. This was from all my sides. Although I can answer the queries. So one question was, consist of different router that already exists. Yes, router exist. If any public facing system that have public IP can